Hi everyone, this is a very impromptu video. Elena here. I just wanted to say I am moving on from this YouTube channel and I wanted to give you an early opportunity to follow me on my new YouTube channel, Elena Oriel. It's going to be under my new artist name. I have changed my artist name. You know, back in the day when I started, I always was in a band and I thought that would always be me. I thought I would always be in a band. And all these efforts to do something with a band, they just fell on the rocks so very hastily around 2017, 2018. I just had to choose a name and I had to step forth as a solo artist because I just really wanted to go ahead and do my music. So I kind of hastily, picked my family name. So I've been releasing music as Elena Livera all this time. But I feel like in the meantime, so much has happened. I've grown into someone as a person and as an artist. I just felt like I wanted to put my own authority and ownership over myself, my path, my personhood, my art. And so my chosen, this time, name is Elena Oriel. Some of you have seen this change since a couple of months now. I've already changed it here and there, but I've decided to really keep Elena Livera as a thing of the past, like a time capsule, not to make it disappear entirely, and just to replace it with Elena Oriel, and really just to have new channels and accounts for Elena Oriel. This way, all my past catalog as Elena Livera can continue to live for those who still find value in it. And so, yes, I'm having a new YouTube channel, Elena Oriel. Tomorrow, around 16 o'clock midday Germany time, I'm dropping in my new YouTube channel a documentary for my brand new song called Orphans, which is going to be the first single from my new album that I'm putting out. The album is going to be called Land of Thunder. It's a whole world of its own, and I could only express that multi-layered world through a multidisciplinary approach. So my new channel is not just going to be music, it's going to be everything else that comes with who I am, who I've developed into. So it's going to be from podcasts and stories and documentaries and behind the scenes to paintings. And, of course, all of these things like circling back into the thematurgies of my songs. But really, I'm planning this to be a more multicolored platform than what you've seen from me until now. So here, this channel will remain, as I said, kind of like as a time capsule to have all of my past catalog. And I hope you follow me in my new YouTube and new Instagram. You're going to find the links to all of these new channels in the description of this video and in the comments. What else did I want to share with you guys? Yeah, so Land of Thunder is going to be my new album, and it's coming out in 3 parts. So it's one album, but it's coming out as 3 EPs, okay? And I'm going to start with part 3, not part 1, part 3. So we are starting at the end. This is an album largely about my 12 years living in Germany. This has been such a crazy ride, crazy journey, full of spiritual awakenings and personal transformation and navigating quite a lot of loss, but also going through deep internal shifts. So really coming through darkness into light so many times, more times than I care to count. And every time there's so much power, transformation, and exaltation ultimately. But I am taking you through all of this journey, all of these 12 years, the beautiful stories, but through the lens of navigating all of these different things as a human being, through the lens of interacting with the natural landscapes. So Germany, as I have experienced it as, it's natural terrain, and even its mysticism, its spiritual heritage, drawing from its landscape and all of the spiritual aspects that I've encountered in Germany as this beautiful land of, misty forests and rivers and streams and mountains, caves, believe it or not. So there's quite some arcane history, forgotten history that I'm aware even German people themselves are so disconnected from it, unfortunately. There's so much linking into spiritual lineages here that it's not so much about ancestral healing as I see it being touted so much. Like, yeah, we need to go back to the roots to heal our ancestors. No, I feel like we need healing because our ancestors, they messed up big time, you guys. And it's not just about going back to the ancestral practices. This is absolutely not what I'm going to be doing with this album. This is about really coming into our own power despite the limitations of the ancestral lines, and stepping in to bring healing for our own futures and our lands, wherever we are, you know, on the globe. It's really irrelevant at this point for humanity. It's irrelevant where you come from. The important thing is where life has guided you. And I have found myself being guided in Germany. There is something called planetary grid work, which is literally how our own individual energy body, energy field, how it interacts with the energetic terrain of a landscape that we occupy, and how through that interaction transformation occurs both for the landscape, the landmass, with all of its dense histories and traumas and gifts, yes, but also for ourselves. And so this lens of looking at things has been largely how I've been navigating my years here in Germany. And all that went into the album and my stories that I will be sharing with you guys. I hope I will see you on this next chapter. This is going to be so rich. And thank you to everybody who has been with me all these years that you've known me as Elina Leivera. This has been my family name. It's time to shed it as an artist. Absolutely. It's time for a new chapter. And this catalog is going to stay here, of course, but I am closing this chapter with gratitude and somewhat of a relief at the same time. There's something very empowering about stepping forth as an artist, this time with a name that you have chosen very consciously, very intentionally, like a name where you feel represents you, who you are, and doesn't necessarily carry your family histories, the family expectations, the roles, the programs, all of the mind control that comes with, our past. So I hope you guys will be there in this next phase, and I wish you very well, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.